Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video I'm coming to you with another weekly fragrance rotation video. Now this particular list is going to be the fragrances I wore last week. So all of the fragrances I wore last week. If I don't have more than one video idea in mind, I don't feel like setting up the camera. So now that I have a couple, I'm going to let you know what I wore last week, because this particular week I wore only one fragrance the entire week, and in the next video you'll see what that is. So let's see what I wore last week. On Sunday I went with the house of Henry Jack, and this is the only fragrance I have from the house because they are quite expensive. This is my #1 wish list fragrance for this year 2024, and this one is called Merveilleuse or Wonderful. So this is the 75 ml Extrait de Parfum. This is one that I wanted ever since I went to Dubai and went to the Dubai Mall and went to the Henry Jack boutique there and tried it out. The one that I believe I sampled was the pure oil, but I did go with the Extrait because it does come in a 75 ml bottle, and then the other one is a pure Parfum, which I assume has no alcohol in it. Merveilleuse was released in 2010. This one has notes of ylang ylang, bergamot, coriander, cloves, opopanax, patchouli, and vetiver. And this one just really caught my attention. I was smelling it over and over again. I probably went and got another sample of it like twice, but on the paper I just kept on coming back to it, and I just had to get it. I did do a video on it briefly, but this is just a beautiful Chypre floral scent. This is what I wore on Sunday. Since I wore Merveilleuse on Sunday, I really wanted to follow it up because I felt like Chypre Palatin had a run for its money as, like, you know, one of my favorite Chypres in my collection, or favorite fragrances just in general. So I went with the house of MDCI and I wore Chypre Palatin. This is the top 5 still in my collection. I had to give it a run next to it. They're two different fragrances, even though Merveilleuse reminded me of it because it's sort of like this oriental Chypre style with some resins in the base. But Chypre Palatin was released in 2012, so it's a couple years older, and this one has a lot of notes, but most of which there is labdanum, hyacinth, clementine, plum, total balsam, benzoin, castoreum, just a lot of notes in it. I still absolutely love this scent, and so I just had to see how I felt about it. It's spicier to me compared to Merveilleuse. It's a little bit more masculine, I guess, leaning than Merveilleuse is, because it does have that castoreum and like spices in the base. But I had to do that. This is still a top 5 in my collection, and that's what I wore on Monday. On Tuesday I went with the house of Diptyque, and this one is Trois, 3 waters. But this particular one, you know, they all have the art on the in here. This is an eau de toilette concentration. This is I don't have many Diptyques. Diptyque used to be, like, when I first got in the game, my favorite, like, niche house, because I just love the bottle designs. I think they're really unique and one of a kind, but this one really caught my eye, or my nose, because of the realistic smell of frankincense in this. This smells like pure unburnt frankincense. There isn't another fragrance, in my opinion, that is as realistic in representing unburnt fragrances as Trois. Now this one is an old one. It was released in 1975. This one has rosemary, myrtle, myrrh, frankincense, spices, pine tree, and that's what you get from olibanum or frankincense, is like a lemony, piney type of scent. And these notes together just make, again, the most realistic frankincense fragrance that you can buy. If you haven't smelled this one, Do try to get your nose on it if you like the note of frankincense and want to smell an authentic frankincense type scent. Let's move on to the next one. On Wednesday, I went with the House of Mandala and I went with Russian Tea. Now, this is a fragrance that I blind bought, and I've been trying my best not to blind buy as much as possible. But even though they do carry Masque Milano here in Kuwait, they never carried Russian Tea for a reason nobody could give me an answer for. So I got this one online. I forget which website. It might have been Fragrance X or something like that. For a good deal, especially on these beautiful 100 ml bottles. I just had to have the 100 ml bottle. I also got Mandala, which I've already owned, which is a unique incense based fragrance. But these 100 ml bottles are just beautiful. Now, Russian Tea was released in 2014. This one has black tea, leather, birch, incense, labdanum, magnolia, raspberry, and martell and black pepper. And this one is a dark black tea type of scent with a slight mint, slight raspberry sweetness type of feel. What I got from this when I wore it, when I did do a full wearing of it, was that I couldn't smell it like, say, straight up on me. Like if I put my arm on my nose, I wouldn't. It's not like I got this strong fragrance from it, but I could feel it in the air, like emanating off of me. I could get wafts of it like emanating off of me. So I can't wait to wear more of this. I'm sure this will really be a star in the colder weather, which I'm not having right now. But that's what I wore on Wednesday. I tried to get through one week, but I couldn't get through this week without wearing a Chanel, and this one is my most recent pickup, and that is La Pausa. Not 28 La Pausa, but La Pausa Eau de Parfum. This one wasn't the biggest fan of, but as the majority of my 200 ml bottles, this one is a tester. So I went on ahead and picked it up for a deal. I don't know if I'm going to hang on to it, but La Pausa, the Eau de Parfum, was released in 2016. This one has iris, woody notes, green notes, powdery notes. That's all that it says. And this one is like, for me, even though it's not listed here, I get sort of like this slightly spicy, powdery iris from it. It's not my favorite. I do like it. I do kind of want to wear it a little bit more to see how much I do like it, whether I want to keep it or get rid of it. The ones that I have in my collection already are definite keepers. But this one I was on the fence about. I asked my guy, could he get it? And then he came through and he gave it to me for slightly cheaper than I got the other tester bottles for. So I wanted to give that a run on Thursday. And on Fridays I usually try to wear like Middle Eastern inspired type fragrances, or fragrances of course that have like resins in it. But that day I felt like wearing, like sort of getting acclimated to wearing some of my summer scents, and I wanted to wear one that I felt like was my grail summer scent. It's one I really wanted, but because of the price I was apprehensive about buying it, but I eventually did, and that's from the house of Profumum, Roma. This one is Aquaviva. This is the only one I have from the house. They do make good quality fragrances. They do have high oil concentrations in them. I think it's a good house, but I couldn't find another one other than Aquaviva that I felt like I would want to part with, $275 or whatever dollars for. Now, Aquaviva, this one was released in 2006, and it has Amalfi lemon, cypress, and cedar as some of the notes. This is a great lemony summer scent. Again, it has very high oil concentration, so it will last a long time. This one you can smell coming off of you. It smells very natural. It's a great house. I would like to go back to the shop, to the niche spot we have here, and just sniff around some more, see if there's anything else that I may like. But Aquaviva is a really good one. I can't wait to wear more of it this summer. So there you have it, guys. Those are the fragrances that I wore last week. Have you tried any of these fragrances that I wore this week? Please let me know in the comments. Please let me know what are some of the fragrances that you like to wear, like when you're going to work or part of your weekly rotation. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.